everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you have been following me on Instagram, which if you don't, you should, you've probably seen I've been insta snapping about the matte gel top coats and the little, versus battle situation I wanted to do. So I'm excited to be able to do that for you guys today. And before I get started, I just want to preface the video by saying I did want to do this voiceover live. It helps me edit quicker. I am dealing with allergies, especially since the season is changing here in Texas. So my nose is stopped up. I've taken medicine. So if I sound winded or I'm sniffling, that's why. So just please excuse that. Anyways, let's get on to the fun stuff. I did put on there if there's any other colors people wanted to see me swatch over, but I made the executive decision that black would probably be the best because I feel like you could tell how matte it is the absolute best. And just to keep from making a million different swatches, I really feel like black was the best option. So I do want to make other videos in the future with different artwork using matte. I want to talk about how I do crystal work with along with a matte top coat, because I know people have questions about that. Like if I have shiny crystals and I seal around them, if I have glue, how do I make sure that the nail is completely matte? So I do want to make a video about that in the future. But for now, let's figure out which matte top coat is the most matte or the best matte. So I'm going to apply the matte top coat. I'm going to cure per the directions, and I may have to look some of them up, but I just want to let you know, if any of these interest you, please make sure you go to the manufacturer's website or look on their bottle or whatever. You know how to find directions, and make sure you follow them. That's the best way to get the best results, is to follow them. I use the Finger Paints One Step Gel Polish. It's called Easel Down the Road, and I'm really loving this black gel polish. I used to be in love with the Gel 2 black gel polish, but this has better coverage, quicker. You can almost get away with one coat depending on what you're doing. And it is a one-step gel. I believe you may be able just to chrome over it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know I did like my Gel 2 one because I could just apply 2-3 coats of the black gel and just immediately apply any chrome holographic situation I was doing. I don't know about this one. I haven't tried it, so that's for another time, another place. Anyway, so I applied 2 coats to all the nails, cured them, and here we are. Okay, so first we're gonna try the LAC Gel Matte Top Coat. And LAC, as you may know, they're probably one of the most popular salons on Instagram. So they have their own gel matte top coat, and some of these I purchased because I've heard great things about the brand. And when I'm in like nail groups, people ask, oh, what's the best gel matte top coat? And people say LAC or Ugly Duckling or Presto. So we're here today to find out. So this is nothing spectacular. Just applying an even coat. Nothing you're gonna be able to see immediately. I just fast forward through me polishing all these. And this is probably off the top of my head, the one that takes the longest to cure. I believe this is 90 seconds in LED, which is absolutely surprising because LED is usually super quick. If you want to know what light I use, it's the Sun UV. I do have a coupon code for a sun lamp that's on the Madam Glam website. It's not specifically for the lamp. It's 30% off their whole website, but they do have a sun lamp, and it's a LED UV lamp, and 30% off that. It's like a $70 lamp. So I'll put the coupon code, the link in the coupon code below. Just throwing that in there if you're looking for a good UV LED lamp. Okay, so I've cured it for the recommended 90 seconds. And this does have a tacky layer, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off with alcohol. Sorry, I'm actually using a gel cleanser, which is basically alcohol. And you can see it dry up. And excuse that little fleck of glitter. I did my best to try to get the lint off the best I could. So let me compare it to a shiny swatch, one that hasn't been matte top coated. And you can see same exact color, brand, everything. You can see with the matte top coat how matte this is. So you can see versus being shiny, this one looks like a strong contender. So let's continue on. Next, we'll do the Gel 2, and this is a no cleanse matte top coat. So this is our Gel 2 no cleanse matte top coat. So in comparison, off top to the LAC, I'll put it here on the left, it looks completely like not matte. I'll go ahead and wipe it just for the fun of it. And I cured it for the recommended time, and it is, to be fair, it is more matte than it started. So, to be fair. So next we're doing the Ugly Duckling. So this is our Ugly Duckling fresh out the light. We're gonna go ahead and wipe it. This one is a white top coat. And you can see the alcohol evaporate. And this is what we're left with. So compared to a shiny top coated black versus the Ugly Duckling matte, it's pretty matte versus what it came from. So again, this is the Ugly Duckling matte gel top coat. And we'll compare them all at the end and we'll discuss and everything. So next, the brand new Wildflowers matte top coat. And this matte top coat is a no wipe as well. And this is a much thinner viscosity than the others I've tried so far. I actually have instruction for my Wildflowers matte top coat because I just got it, so I'm curing it 30 seconds. So this is our Wildflowers matte top coat, straight out of the light, no wipe. Let's compare it to a regular shiny black look. So this has a very smooth look. I also love that this is a no wipe. I know the Gel 2 was a no wipe, but let's see how far we got with the Gel 2. So this is very matte. This Wildflowers one is very matte and it's a no wipe. Loving this so far. And again, this is the Wildflowers matte top coat. Next I have the Madam Glam matte top coat. So this is the Madam Glam matte top coat. And it doesn't have a tacky layer. I'm gonna wipe it just in case, because just to be fair. Yeah, they gave it a little more matte look than it had. And in comparison to the original shiny swatch, you can see that it does have a matte look. I can say to my eye, it does have like a cloudy type look. So this is the Madam Glam matte top coat. So next I'm gonna do the Essie one. It's a little less shine than the shiny black, but in all honesty, it just kind of looks grayed over. It looks like it's been grade washed. There's still, you can see the reflection of the light still. This is the Essie matte top coat, and this bottle is just aged, so excuse that. So this is the Presto. While the Presto matte gel is curing, I do want to talk about this kind of experiment in general. I do understand that the Essie or the Madam Glam or the Gel 2 may work better with its brand of gel polish, but in this experiment, in this battle, what have you, not only do I want to find which one looks most matte and which one stays matte, but I also want to find out which one I can use with any gel polish, because I don't want to sit here and have to sort through different polishes and different gels and like, oh, you want a deep red, oh well, I don't have the matte top coat to go with that brand, and blah blah blah. I don't have to worry about those things. The Wildflowers matte top coat specifically states that it'll work with any gel, any enhancement, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm sure the Lacked one, because they don't have their own gel polish brand, that's more than likely geared to work with any. Not saying that these can't, because I've seen many people post about the Ugly Duckling one, and I know they've used other brands of gel polish underneath of it. So I'm not saying they can't be mixed. I just want one that can be mixed with other brands. And when I say mixed, I mean, of course, top coated over. Let me go ahead and wipe the tacky layer off the Presto. It does have a tacky layer. And you can see it slowly evaporating. It did like a double evaporation. It was like real shiny. It got a little less shiny, then way less shiny. So this is our Presto matte top coat. So we have everything swatched, everything's cleansed, and here we are. Let's first take out the ones that we feel are like not in the running at all. So I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I have to say the Gel 2 and the Essie. They're not nearly as matte as some of their competitors by far. That's the Lack. That's the Wildflowers. The Gel 2, even compared to the Madam Glam. We already know the Essie's a no. Excuse my dog in the background. And this is the Presto. So yeah, this is gonna be a no for me. It just looks kind of that in-between state. I don't know why it makes me feel like greasy hair. I don't even know. It's like that in-between, like, either be shiny or don't. Like, I don't like it. The Essie, that's pretty much the same deal. I mean, off top, you can see compared to the Lack, there's way more shine and reflection. Ugly Duckling, Wildflowers, and so on. So next, unfortunately, and I love Madam Glam, I do have a coupon code off their whole website, 30% off, but by the naked eye here with my lighting, I can tell you, if you can see next to the Lack, that it's just not as matte. Plus this has, I know when I was comparing them when they were shiny, which would be like the matte of here, when it's shiny versus when it's matte, it does have a gray look to it, but when you look at it without comparing, it looks like a matte black. When you look at this one, it looks like it has a white cast over it. It looks like you took like a clear gel polish, mixed it with a little white and put it over it, compared to like a dehydrated, chalky, velvety type look. And then it's just simply not as matte. So I'll compare it to the Ugly Duckling. You can see that's a little less matte than Ugly Duckling. Also, I think I may have scratched it, and that's an issue too. The fact that it's getting this like messed up. That's compared to Wildflowers. And then Presto. Again, I love Madam Glam. I love their gel polishes, their regular gel polishes. So please don't let this deter you from their brand at all. Everything is not a winner for everybody. And then there were 4. I'm gonna pull out the one to the naked eye that's not as matte. And I'm gonna have to say the Ugly Duckling. I'm gonna be fair with this one. This was one that needed to be wiped. So I'm gonna try with a different gel cleanser just to make sure it's fully dehydrated. Wiped it again. I've used alcohol. I've used 2 different gel cleansers. This is what we have. So compared to the LAC, you can see it comes off a bit shinier. See that there is a distinctive line light with a tad bit of reflection in this one compared to the LAC one. You're not really getting much of a reflection. Let me compare that to the Wildflowers. You can see much more light reflecting off of the Ugly Duckling one. With Presto, same thing. We'll take Ugly Duckling out, but I do want to say again, in comparison to something like Gel 2, this is still a winner. And depending on where you live, this doesn't make this bad. I've heard great things about it. I've heard that it has great longevity. And so I'm not saying this is not a good one. In comparison to these other 3 and how matte it looks, it's just not as matte. But if this is available where you live and you like it, it's worked for you, that's awesome. Also, compared to other ones on the market, such as the Gel 2, I know OPI's gel, matte gel, is basically like the Gel 2 when I used it. Kind of has that same look along with Gelish. So does not make this bad. Just in comparison with these, it's not as matte. I do want to back up and say the other night, if you follow me on Instagram, and I posted I have 3 popular gel matte top coats. It was the Presto, the LAC, and the Ugly Duckling. I didn't have the Wildflowers then, just got it right now today. So these 3 is what I posted. If you follow and you're curious, those 3 are what I posted. They're very popular. Many nail techs choose between those 3, LAC, Presto, and Ugly Duckling. So I'm gonna pick up the last 3 and let you look at them. So it's LAC on the left, Wildflowers in the middle, and Presto on the right. So at this point, I'd have to distinguish based on how they look on the nail. The LAC one, it's in comparison to how matte the other 2 are, it's right there, but I have tried this on a couple other swatches. It's just like the consistency of it is just a little different. And again, at this point, these 3 plus the Ugly Duckling, they're all 4 good matte gel polishes. They look very matte. They give that chalkboard look, but now the devil is in the details at this point. So what I'm looking at is just the very, very specifics. So I find that I don't like the texture as much with the LAC one. And let me zoom you guys in. So can you see how that one kind of has a more like grainy type look? And how this one looks more smooth, excuse like the dust particles. So these have a more smooth look, especially the Wildflowers, and this has a more grainy look. I'm gonna take it out based on that, and I do kind of feel like it's slightly, in the slightest bit, a little less matte than these 2. And then there were 2. So I had Wildflowers matte top coat and Presto matte top coat. So right now I want y'all down below to tell me which one you like the best. Which one looks the best to you? It may not even be either one of these 2. Let me know down below. So between these two, let me alternate lighting. Like in regular lighting without like these big lights, these LED lights, they both look extremely matte. And from a distance, they both look real matte. And I just want to see, the Wildflowers is a no cleanse top coat. Just like I did earlier with the Madam Glam, it said no wipe, but I wiped it and it kind of made it look more matte. I want to try that with the Wildflowers. It looks the same. In conclusion, it looks the same. So I'm just kind of switching them out. I feel like they reflect the same amount of light. It's crazy. Let's look at them even closer. So I can say, seeing past the little dust particles in the lint, I just can't win. I feel like the Wildflowers is more smooth. And again, I told you earlier, I feel like this was a thinner viscosity, so it may have something to do with that. It kind of leveled out much better, which you can kind of see the strokes in this one, and you always can. Like I said, I've used it over the past more than a year. I've done dozens and dozens of sets with this one. You can always see the brush strokes up close. I'm a technician that works closely, so I can always see those things from a distance. It's not a big deal, but I'm saying up close, that's what I find the difference is. This one just looks more smooth. And again, that may be because of the viscosity of this one. I want to put some oil on them and see what happens. So of course they're both gonna look not as shiny, but I'm gonna wipe them both off with the same cleanser and see what happens. So the Presto is still on the right, Wildflowers on the left, basically back to where it started. I feel like it's back to where it started. Do you guys think so? Okay, you guys, I feel like it's too close to call between these two. Even the lac, it's just as matte. Again, it just has a different texture up close, but from a distance, I just feel like these are so comparable. I feel like you can't go wrong with either of these three. I just wanted to show you guys, if you scrape at them a little bit, how they react. So I scraped at them a little bit. Neither of them came completely off. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell which one is which. The one that stands out to me the most, and it's probably different, is the Wildflowers matte top coat. It looks more smooth on. I love the viscosity, and most of all, I love that it's a no wipe and it still looks this matte. That is a selling point to me, because as I mentioned, when doing crystal designs and things like that, it is better and it's easier to have a no wipe top coat because it's hard to get in between crevices in certain designs that you're doing. It may be beneficial to have a no wipe top coat. And also, I love the texture of this one. It's more smooth looking. Me personally, I'll be using this with my clients from now on going forward. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, this is what I'll probably be using. If I'm doing a watch me work or any tutorials in the future, I'll probably be using this. Y'all know I love Wildflowers. This is not a sponsored video at all. I love Wildflowers products because they make quality products. They put out quality products. So this is what I'll be using with my clients. If that runs out by chance, I'll probably be using the lac or the Ugly Duckling and the Presto. I've run out of that. I don't feel a need to purchase it anymore at this point because I do have these other three that are good, but I do love the Presto. It's done wonders for me. And if you see in the past any pictures that I've posted that have been matte, it's the Presto that I have used. If you tell your clients, if they find that they're using lotion or touching their face and their nails are a bit shiny, or usually if they take like a cotton pad, I'd really recommend like a piece of a cloth t-shirt because it has a little bit less lint than like a cotton pad or a cotton ball would. And just take like a t-shirt or a washcloth, get a little, you know, rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer and kind of rub on the nails. It'll usually bring them back. If you have any other questions or concerns, please leave them down below. I do apologize for the length of this video, but I just want to be thorough with the comparison and be fair to all the brands that I have. If you feel like there's a brand that's even better than these I've shown you, please leave that down below as well, because I would love to do another comparison of these 4 versus something else. We knocked the other ones out, but these 4 versus something else, if something new comes on the market, let me know, you guys, and we'll do another video. I really love matte top coats. Fall is coming. I can't wait until the matte olives, the matte teals, the blacks, the browns, burgundies, all that. So I really want to thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Bye.